Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of Tess Holliday getting angry at someone because they told her they used to look up to her and now they don't. She goes on to list all the things she's accomplished over the years, such as writing a book, starting a movement, having a clothing line, etc. It seems like the comment really got to her and made her crash out. We're also going to be taking a look at a few bonus clips from Tess, including one where she goes over the things she deals with that would send a skinny person into a coma. So be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. She's going to be responding to this comment that reads, "Used to love you, but it's 2026 for real. A lot of people look up to you, baby girl." And then she shows a part of this conversation where she asked that person to clarify, and they respond with, "I just want you live your longest life." Okay, I think they meant to say, "I just want you to live your longest life."
You used to look up to me, babe.
Okay, it looks like you're getting angry.
I'm a USA Today best-selling author. I've spoken at the United Nations. I've written award-winning books. I've made
You're a best-selling author and you've written award-winning books? I actually have that book and I was not impressed. There was a whole lot of "hey there fellow kids" type of rhetoric within the book, and it was basically just a guide on how to do makeup and dress and how to ignore the haters or whatever. A lot of that wasn't even a book, it was just a fashion guide. It was just like, here's how you wear a scarf with a sweater. Also, I don't think all of these accomplishments that you're naming negate anything that this person said.
I've made history in fashion. I've built a movement that's lasted over a decade.
The F Your Beauty Standards movement was just a clothing line, as far as I remember, and a lot of those clothes didn't actually get delivered. There was a whole scandal about that back in the day.
I've spent years speaking to people about loving themselves, body image, self-worth around the world. TED Talk in Switzerland, successful clothing lines.
I don't see how listing all of your accomplishments makes this comment any less valid. They said they used to love you, but it's 2026. A lot of people look up to you, baby girl.
In other countries, and I did it all in a body that people said would ruin my life.
The whole body positivity plus size model thing was starting to take off for a moment there, and it didn't really go anywhere. Wasn't working out for various corporations, so they reeled it right back in. So being a plus-sized model really went to Tess Holliday's head. She thinks that she started a movement, and she was the driving force behind all of those brands getting plus-sized models for a minute there.
I did it while raising 2 kids, 2 wonderful kids. I did it while surviving an abusive relationship and rebuilding my life entirely. I did it while being publicly mocked, criticized, and constantly underestimated.
I did it while laying down. A lot of my videos are filmed laying down.
So if you don't look up to me anymore, that's your business. But let's not rewrite history just because you disagree.
Well, let's not act like you had some sort of enormous impact on history. The F Your Beauty Standards movement was you just selling shirts and other products. It really wasn't a movement. You didn't start body positivity. You just came about when various brands were embracing it and hiring plus-sized models. You happened to be one of those models that they hired. It seems like it's really gone to your head.
Because when I look back at my life, I don't just see accomplishments. I see a woman who kept thriving, who kept showing up, who kept reinventing.
Yes, we're really pleased with ourselves at all times. That never gets old.
A woman who kept fighting for not only herself, but others.
By not providing them the t-shirts that they ordered. And then there was a whole fiasco around that. I remember that. F your ability to fulfill orders.
And look at how much I've built while surviving.
And you're so humble too. That's the best part. Everything that you just listed was basically, I went to work and I sold products, right? My job was to do this and I did it. And then I was also selling t-shirts and stuff. Oh my God, changed the whole world. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Dude, do you guys remember back when Tess Holliday changed history? Me neither. I also don't recall that.
while being told that I couldn't. And honestly, that's what I'm the most proud of. It's a real loser behavior to no longer support someone because they have a larger body and exist.
I don't think that's what they said. They didn't say they stopped looking up to you because you have a larger body and exist
in society, but go on.
Okay, so Tess Holliday seems pretty angry that that person no longer looks up to her. That was weird. She just started listing all of her accomplishments. She's like, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. What do you mean you're no longer looking up to me? All right, man, calm down. Can I change my priorities and goals in life, please? Okay, so luckily that didn't affect Tess Holliday personally or anything. Luckily she wasn't going through a whirlwind of negative emotions. By the way, I don't know how that book won any awards at all. Next.
I don't think that some of y'all would last 24 hours being fat, and this is things that I've been thinking about that would send a skinny person into a coma.
Okay. It said that this was part 2. I looked for part 1 and I couldn't find it.
Getting anxiety when you go to the doctor. I went to the doctor one time and I had these little bumps on my leg. I couldn't figure out what they were.
AIDS. It's AIDS. It's AIDS. Panic. Sorry. It's probably not.
Doctor told me that I was probably diabetic. Turns out they were bug bites. Not diabetic. Doctors just don't listen to you and constantly invalidate you if you are in a bigger body.
You mean they do their job and tell you about various health conditions related to that, right? What do? They constantly invalidate you. What do you mean? Why is your opinion valid when you go to the doctor? Don't invalidate me, doc. I know just as much about medicine as you. Why are you telling me all this? Like, what? How are we going to go to the doctor and tell them not to invalidate us? Have we been to medical school? Why are we at their office?
You and constantly invalidate you if you are in a bigger body.
Okay, well, maybe you should stop going to their office every 10 minutes.
Not being able to attend certain events or things because you don't have the right outfit, and good luck trying to find it.
Okay, is this another one of those cases where we have to keep getting new clothes for various occasions? For some reason, all the clothes that we have for special occasions from before, we can no longer wear. We constantly have to buy new clothes for some reason.
If you don't already have it, you are not going to be able to get it last minute.
Right. Why would I need a last minute outfit? I'm an adult. I have a whole closet full of stuff. What kind of occasion comes up where all of the fancy clothes that you have in the closet, they don't work for this? We're going to a debutante's ball, you idiot. Also, some people's biggest gripe in life is not being able to find outfits.
Because stores don't carry your size. And if they do, they're usually not accessible or affordable.
Okay, so now we're just complaining about literally anything and everything. So several stores have plus size clothes, but they're not accessible and affordable. Okay, so we need somebody to get it off the top shelf for me and also slash the price in half. So having plus size garments isn't good enough. They need to be cheaper, and you need to bring them to me in my mobility scooter. Okay.
I'm told constantly my entire life that I had a pretty face, and even still to this day, people telling me, oh, you have such a pretty face, when I know that they're not.
That's funny that there was a cut right there. She started going on a spiel about people telling her how pretty her face is, and then she forgot where she was going with that and had to do a cut. Hold on, watch.
And even still to this day, people telling me, oh, you have such a pretty face, when.
Then there was a cut right there. He's like, oh wait, where was I going with that again? People tell me how pretty I am all the time. It's crazy. Oh, wait, where was I going with that? Hold on, it's cut. Oh yeah, I was going here with this.
I know that they're not saying that to people that are in smaller bodies.
I've been told that many times throughout my life.
You know what they would say? You're really pretty. And leave it at that.
Perhaps. Either way, it's really bizarre when people give us a compliment and we start nitpicking it and tearing it apart. Don't compliment me like that. Compliment me like this.
But no, thank you so much for pointing out that you think the rest of me is hideous.
Wow. Okay, so don't ever give this person a compliment. Also, I can see your roots.
Last, but certainly not least, getting kicked off of a roller coaster.
Uh-oh.
And you're just waving to your family and friends saying, goodbye. See you never.
All right, and there we just heard several valid reasons to lose weight. Oh wait, no, it was things I go through that would send skinny people into a coma. Anytime somebody does one of those lists, they're just listing all of the negative stuff that they go through that they don't necessarily have to. And also, these are a lot of the reasons that other people chose to lose weight or change their lifestyle. Next.
You have to be a special kind of person to comment on a fat person's post.
I am a special kind of person, thank you. And my comments are very special as well. Thank you for acknowledging that as well. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't leave for any sort of comment.
Where they're talking about their lived experiences as a plus-size person and complain that they use the word skinny in the video because you don't like to be referred to as skinny.
Okay, you're angry that some people don't want to be referred to that way, but you want to be referred to in various ways. You dislike when people refer to you in certain ways as well, but you don't care about other people being offended by certain terminology. Okay.
When that's literally proving my point, or commenting, well, you're right, I'm glad I'm not fat. Okay, great for you. The video
Okay, great for you.
wasn't for you. The video was for fat people.
Right, but if you're saying derogatory things about skinny people and somebody calls you out for it, that's valid. If somebody were saying bad things about larger people, you would call them out for it, and they wouldn't have the retort, that video wasn't for you. That's not a valid retort. When you get criticism online for all that crazy stuff that you said back there, that wasn't for you is not a valid response. When someone calls us out on something, or they're like, you know what, I disagree, that was a bad take, you're like, what? Why did you even hear that? That wasn't for you. Okay, well, maybe don't upload it to the public internet then.
And you guys are just continuing to prove my point that there is so much hatred.
Is that the point that it's proving? The point that I'm getting from this is that you cannot handle criticism. You always start going on some spiel about X, Y, and Z that's got nothing to do with the price of tea in China.
Towards folks in larger bodies in society that we can't even make a video talking about our shared experiences without some clowns pulling up in their clown car, honking their noses and horns probably.
And piling out of that clown car. There's probably like 50 of them in there. And the car's all small. And they come piling out of there in a comical fashion. I also hate that. That's what they're doing. Frickin' commenters, knock it off. You're gonna have me smell the flour on your shirt and then it sprays water in my face? What the hell? What is this, clowns? You clowns! Get these clowns out of here!
To let us know that they don't like what we're doing.
Or they were calling you out for saying a bunch of negative things about, quote, skinny people, end quote.
First of all, make your own video about it.
No.
There's plenty of people on TikTok complaining about X, Y, Z, A, B, and C.
Right.
Go do that. Get the fuck off my page.
Okay, maybe their comment wasn't for you, you know? That's what they should say. Like, oh, you got all mad at that comment? You disagreed with it? That wasn't for you. What are you doing? I know I left that comment on your video. That was for other people. I know I uploaded my video to the public internet. It wasn't for you.
I don't care that you don't like the word skinny. Guess what?
Okay, well, then don't be surprised if other people don't care about what you want either.
I don't like being harassed because I'm fat. Think about that.
Okay, and by the end, she started to say that they were making fun of her for being large or something. I don't care that you don't like the word skinny. Guess what? I don't like being harassed because I'm fat. Think about that. That's what we say in response to somebody calling us out for saying derogatory things about skinny people. Once again, I feel like we're not even in the same conversation. Next.
I realized that I thought by this age, I would have everything figured out. You know when you're a kid and you see everybody that's older than you and you hear people say that they're 40 and you think to yourself, God, that's old.
That is what I think. Oh my God, you're so old. Right, fellow kids? Get a load of all these old people, huh? Am I right? Yeah? Look, there's an old lady in a walker. Right, fellow kids? Huh? Huh? Where are you going? Why are you all leaving?
And then you turn 40.
Tess Holliday, the way she speaks is like the most out-of-touch human being on earth.
And it just hits you.
And it just hits you, and then, oh my God, I just...
And you realize, wait, what am I doing?
What am I doing? Where am I going?
I'm starting a new series, and it's called Things That I've Been Thinking About, and this is number 1 of my series. So things that I have been thinking about lately is turning 40. I recently turned 41, and no, I don't feel like I'm having a midlife crisis. I think.
Are we gonna go write some more fashion books for teens and tweens? Is that what a midlife crisis looks like to some people? Some people go and buy a Porsche or a Corvette or whatever. Some people start writing books that are like, hey, fellow kids, I'm just as young as you. Remember last week when we were at the water fountain and Billy said that funny thing about that show Full House that we all love that's super relevant and currently on the TV? Hey, fellow kids, remember that show ER? That was a banger, wasn't it? What do you kids think of George Clooney? He's a real dreamboat, isn't he?
One thing that I've really been thinking about
Don't strain yourself.
is maybe getting older isn't having all the answers. Maybe it's giving yourself permission to change.
What?
To really think about, is this making me happy? Is this something that I feel like is
I don't know, Tess. I don't think this is making me happy. I'm gonna have to level with you.
aligning with who I know that I am and who I'm becoming? I think that I'm finally stepping into a version of myself that doesn't feel like I'm performing for everybody else. It feels like I am discovering maybe who I was.
What? And then there are a couple of tears on your face after you said that. What? Where are we going with this? What is this? I'm so confused and scared. Where the hell is this going?
All along. So for everyone out there that's deathly afraid to turn 40, I can tell you that there's nothing to be afraid of.
Well, you'll be all old and stuff. Nobody wants to be old. You're over 40. Oh, what the hell? You guys are over 40? What the fuck?
I think if anything, you start to enjoy life a lot more. You start taking chances. You start stepping into your power.
None of that is true. Your life is over after 40. You're old now. Stop trying to be young and live your life, idiot. You're 40. Your life is over. Go sit on the couch and watch the young people live their life from there. You're just gonna get in the way. Old people that are over the age of 40 are literally just getting in the way of the young people out there trying to live their lives. We can all agree on that. As a very young person myself, I can't stand anybody over the age of 40. You all make me sick. Ugh. Ugh. I'm definitely not old as hell myself.
Stop apologizing. You stop caring what other.
I don't stop apologizing. I'm constantly apologizing. I'm sorry I'm so old, guys. God damn it. When I go to the store, I'm like, hey, I know you guys are disappointed. And people are like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? Look at me. I'm old. Stupid. Look at me. Freaking old over here. What the hell? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, society, that I came out here looking like this. I just keep aging. Time just keeps on going.
Other people think, and you start really living the life that you deserve.
That's not true. I care what everybody thinks, and I'm not living the life I deserve. What's that, Mark? What do you think of me? Stephanie, what are you thinking now?
And that's a really beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disagree with that. It's not a very beautiful thing, and your life is basically over when you're over the age of 40. Not me. I'm young and cool. No, I'm also old. Okay, in that clip, she was trying to make people feel better about turning 40. So she told us a bunch of lies about how our life is going to be just fine, and we finally have ourselves figured out, and we don't care what people think. A bunch of lies. I care about what people think now more than ever. Stephanie, are you judging me? Mark, what's he thinking? I don't know why we're lying to people and telling them that everything is going to be just fine. We're over 40. We're done. We're done, son. Done. I suppose I'm just kidding. Your life is not over after the age of 40 or whatever. But that was a very bizarre video. Okay, so in that first clip, Tess Holliday was responding to somebody that told her they no longer look up to her. She completely crashed out and started listing all of her accomplishments, completely missing the point of the comment. And we also learned about the things she deals with that would send a skinny person into a coma, also known as valid reasons to change my life. And in that final clip, Tess Holliday was teaching us that your life is not over once you pass the age of 40. Either way, what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Leave a comment below. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.